I am the change. The sanitation project has been in operation for the last 2 years. This is the second year of operation. The first part was focused on innovation, where we were introducing the system and trying out the models. This was done in 3 schools, 2 of which are functional now. And then now on this stage that we're doing is the second phase, where we're installing in the primary schools, and we've installed 10 systems. It's ongoing. The initial systems that we started with at Kibosho Girls School is called the solid, the gaseous solid system, where it has walls around and the system is submerged in water. So, and the second system that was also initial in the beginning was a flexible bag that also built around with walls around it, stone walls. So we found the challenge when building the stone walls was to take so much time to install one system, take over a month to install one system. Whereas for expansion and scalability, we needed them to come down to within a week of installation. And that's what we're trying to do right now. So the systems were redesigned such that we have 2 systems going now. There's a flexible bag that's much bigger than what we had in the beginning. And there is the gassy liners, which is the SimGas traditional kind of tunnel system with a flexible, with the polythene plastic bags inside the tanks, which contains the human waste and produces the gas. So those ones are buried under the ground, and the flexible bag is dug in a pit and laid where it just has room to expand and contract. The biggest problem seen in Kilimanjaro region has been the lack of firewood. There's big scarcity of firewood for cooking and for houses where the schools need to cook food for the children during lunchtime. And that price of wood has gone high, and it's also very rare. That's one problem. The second problem was the sanitation. We have a lot of cases of children in getting these diseases that are related to human waste, related to the coliforms and E. coli viruses, so bacteria. So the biogas system is aimed at solving that problem for sanitation, improving the level of sanitation in the schools, as well as improving the access of clean energy for them to be able to use biogas to cook. It helps to improve the climate change situation, because a lot of cutting down trees is not good for the region, and clean energy is also better. It also helps the children and the people in the kitchen.
Hii system ya SimGas ni tofauti na hizi nyingine ambazo tumezoea kuzitumia kama kuni na umeme, kwa maana ya kwamba cost yake inakuwa ni rahisi, kwa maana ya kwamba tukishafanikiwa kupata ile gesi, kuni hatununui tena. Lakini pia matumizi ya umeme, hasa kulipa bili, utakuwa haupo tena. Lakini pia ile SimGas pia ni tofauti na ile nyingine katika operation, yani katika matumizi yake ni rahisi zaidi, kwa sababu wale wapishi hawatumii nguvu nyingi kutayarisha wala kutumia. Kwenye taasisi yetu tunapata faida kubwa, na tunategemea pia kupata faida, kwa maana ya kwamba itatusaidia kupunguza malipo. Fedha zile ambazo tunazitumia kununua kuni na umeme hazitakuwapo tena. Lakini pia inarahisisha utendaji kazi wa wale watumishi ambao mara nyingi tunawatumia kwa ajili ya kupika pale jikoni. Lakini pia kule kwenye system ya toilet kwa wanafunzi tunaweza tukaicontrol kwa urahisi zaidi. Na pia yale mabaki yanayotokana na ile mbolea inayobaki inasaidia kwenye project ya shamba la migomba, ambayo sasa kule tunapata ndizi kwa ajili ya chakula cha wanafunzi.
Through our systems, through the systems we've been installing, we have found that 90% of the cooks are women. 90% of the kitchen staff are the women. And our system will allow them to reduce the amount of time spent on firewood, chopping firewood, preparing the firewood for cooking. It takes up a lot of their time and energy, and also the exposure to the smoke in the kitchen, and generally it improves their lifestyle in general when they don't need to spend so much time on the firewood, fetching it, assembling it and cutting it into pieces. then it allows them to have, I think it gives them a benefit, it gives them a better way to spend the day.
Changamoto ya kuni kweli kwa nyuma ilikuwa ni ngumu, sababu ule moshi pia ilikuwa ni shida kubwa. Kifua, maana upike sufuria 3 kwa sababu maharage, ugali sufuria 2. Siku ya kande upike sufuria 2. Kwa hiyo ule moshi unakuwa ni mkubwa, unazidi. Lakini nilivyoelewa kitu kama hicho tokea nimeanza, asilimia kubwa nachemsha maharage, napika ugali. Unakuta nawasha upande mmoja tu sasa, upande wa kuni nawasha labda jiko moja kwa ajili ya ugali sufuria la pili. Kwa hiyo changamoto nyingine labda mimi ningeona kama ningefanikiwa kuongezewa tena sehemu ili mmoja linasubiri, usubiri hichi kiive, utoe, usubiri tena hichi kiive, inakuwa tena ni muda, na watoto watakiwa saa 7 wao wamesha kula, saa 8 waingie madarasani. Ina nguvu nzuri tu. Ina wastani mzuri tu wa kuivisha chakula vizuri. Hauna wastani mbaya kabisa. Yaani unapobandika labda useme ubandike maharage saa 2 mpaka saa 5 maharage yale yatakuwa yameshakuwa tayari.
The additional aspect to the system is that at the end of the sanitation, at the end of the cleaning up of the waste, we get water that can be used for irrigation. Now, the water is richer in nutrients, but it's not yet good enough for people to drink or wash with, but it's good for plants because it has the natural minerals that came from the waste. So it's kind of like fertilizer mixed in with water that can be used for irrigation. And the schools can use it for watering their crops. They can use it to start a vegetable garden or just for improving the environment of the school. What's unique about the system is that our system is one of the first ones that are using human waste where you're combining the sanitation and production of biogas. A lot of systems either sanitize or produce biogas, but ours are producing at the same time, sanitizing the waste and producing biogas. And then also the place of implementation. We're implementing them in government schools in Tanzania, which really need this. They're really having a struggle. Even providing food for the children is a big problem. So the way I see it is there's a lot of people who are benefiting from the system, and I will focus on the schools who are benefiting is that there's a lot of harmful smoke that was coming from the kitchen before using firewood, which would affect the cooks and some of the students as well. So using biogas is a cleaner way, the clean gas without the intense smoke that would be interfering with the respiratory issues, eye issues, all these issues that are coming about from that exposure. Another element is the education aspect. When the children at a young age get exposed to this kind of technologies, it kind of plants a seed inside of them that can grow, and they'll be more exposed, more aware that there are other ways to produce energy other than using firewood, other than chopping trees. And I believe it goes a long way in their future. For the project to work well and project to continue sustainably, continue into the future, we need staff, somebody on site, standby on site, or 1 or 2 technicians who will be able to come on site and look at the system. But there's daily operations that go on, daily maintenance, making sure that the levels of the gas are okay, making sure the toilets have been cleaned properly, that the water is flushed through the water manholes, and making sure monitoring and seeing whether the system is in good condition. In those ones we would like to recruit people from the school, either the grounds operator or a school janitor or a teacher who is involved with the practical clubs, and we train them how to operate and manage the system so that whenever there's a problem they can call us, and then we would have our technicians coming to look at the system.
SimGas is working with schools which have a significant issue around sanitation. So you've got a large number of students showing up, teachers, parents, visitors, and limited budgets to be able to deal with building latrines and then managing your waste. So in different schools they've dealt with this issue in more traditional approaches, but what we're saying is there a way to kind of capture the byproducts of human waste, reduce cost for the school, maybe generate some income if possible. So HIF funded SimGas to establish biogas systems in schools in a low-cost, more effective way that engages the school leadership as well as the parent associations so that they can manage biogas systems, connect that into the school cooking programs, and then potentially sell any additional gas production. The second innovative thing about this program is that it's taking a traditional system for biogas treatment and trying to find the lowest cost solution we can find while processing the amount of human waste that would come out of a school. So if you want to talk about dirty stuff, the human waste is different than animal waste. So you can't use the same type of system as you would. So for example, cows have a lot of hard matter in their waste, but humans don't. It's more viscous, more fluid. So the process and the system you build has to be different. Second is a traditional biogas system is very expensive. It's a big infrastructure, concrete, and you have to dig these massive holes. So we're saying, can you use different things like flexi bags? Can you take SimGas's agricultural application for biogas, scale it in a different way that can reduce the cost so that it can be affordable for a school? But one of the main differences is we've seen how the communities and the schools and the students are accepting the technology. And on that side, it's been very positive. So we've seen acceptance of the new technology being introduced into the educational setting. The second is we've seen that the technologies have improved. So the original technology that was proposed to HDIF had problems. So we were able to work with the engineers at SimGas, iterate and find different solutions with our partner Loughborough University, coaching and working with SimGas to test different applications to find the right solution that's at that lowest cost that can scale up. So now, having tested, I think, 3 or 4 different models, we have one that we think is ripe and ready for scaling.